Yeah, because I can't tell if it can hear me or not. It's when it's in this small mode, it's weird. If it can hear me, guess we'll find out. I'm live, but I'm a ghost in a chair. I'll talk and then you can tell me if you hear me or not. I'm talking. Oh, yeah, that's right. I had like a 30-second loading. Sorry. And we'll get started right away with more skin prep on top of the skin prep I already did. Yeah. Oh, cool. It can hear me. Perfect. I have 5 minutes, so I'm like, okay, this is me projecting right now. And I can project a lot of stuff. Okay, well, here we are. Welcome to becoming a ghoul. Hope you want to look like your skin's melting off your face. So I'm going to be using silicone modeling compound from a company called Third Degree. I used to use Narrative Cosmetics. However, they've been out of stock for almost a year now, and I ran out. So I tried this, and I found out that they actually have it pre-colored, and they've got about 16 shades now. So you can mix it with part A and part B, and it usually matches your skin tone. This one's pretty close to my skin tone, so it makes my life easier when I'm using things. But before I do any of that, before I can use the silicone modeling compound, I need to apply my fleshy eyebrows. So I always put primer on my eyebrows, some just in case. Some of the ThermoAZ, which is the medical grade adhesive I use because I am allergic to latex. So I cannot use spirit gum, which has a latex base. If you are not allergic to latex, it's cheaper, faster, and easier to use. I recommend it, but it doesn't play well with silicone. So you're still gonna have to use something similar to this. I have both a liquid and a cream. Cream is more controlled, so it's a little bit easier to apply, but it takes a lot longer to dry. So if I was building up something that needed to have a lot of steps, I would use that. But seeing as to how this already has its own depths, I am just going to use the liquid, and very liquidy. I would tip it and show you, but it's very full. It's new. No, we don't want to waste product. So let's figure out. I think it goes on this one. You always test your fit. No, maybe it's. Oh, maybe I have this upside down. Yep, nope, it's this one here. Okay. Make sure you test your fit before you do anything, or you end up being very sad face and go, why didn't it? This goes on my left. And I'm going to, the best way to do this, in my humble opinion, is to take a little Q-tip or one of those little makeup Q-tips like I have here, and put it on the prosthetic first, because that will create kind of like a baseline of where you need to lay your glue. So I'm just putting it on a very thin coat. I will add a little bit more once I've laid it on my skin and figured out where it goes. This adhesive can only be removed one of 2 ways, using the ThermoAZ remover that comes with it, or slowly but surely working some kind of oil into it from underneath the prosthetic, like coconut oil, a baby oil, mineral oil. Heck, if you really want to, you can put an avocado oil on it. If you're just desperate and you want it removed from your face and you don't have anything other than cooking oils, you might break out, but they will work. So, all right, so now that I've got enough put on here, I'm going to set it on my face to create the map of where I want the glue to be. That needs to go a little bit higher under my eye. Okay, now I'm going to peel it right back off. And now I get to put where my glue is. You can put, you always want to put like a little bit over, like I'm going to put above my eyebrow, try to avoid putting too much glue actually in my eyebrows, and then just a little bit underneath And if it spreads a little bit, it's okay. I'm gonna be putting makeup there anyway, so no one's gonna see anything. That's the trick to special effects makeup. If there's gonna be makeup there, oh well. The glue went a little bit out, a little shiny, doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna see it. So, all right, now that I've got it on here, I am going to actually put the glue properly on this while laying flat on a surface. You don't want to be holding it when you put the final glue on it. And that's mostly because this is encapsulated silicone. So that means it has a silicone rubber, very thin tissue paper thin layer of silicone rubber put over it to emulate how skin flexes. So if you don't lay it flat, you might miss getting some of it on your skin properly. You want to make sure you get the adhesive on all of it. And it's kind of like when you were a kid and you took the Elmer's glue and put it all over your fingers and you had your hand flat and you were trying very much to get it exactly where you wanted it to be. That's what we're doing here. We're making sure it's covering all of the fleshy surface.
Sorry, I jumped in there.
No, it's okay. Just a little bit outside of the pink bit. So just a little bit outside. You don't want to go fully because we are going to melt the tissue bit. And I will show you how we melt the tissue bit. Oh. It has something to do with this. Yeah, heat gun on your face is probably not the best thing to do. Yeah. All right, so right now I have it completely coated in glue. It's starting to go clear in my face, which is good. You do want it to go clear. I'm going to wait just a little bit before I apply this to, I'm going to take this little cap off. It just keeps sticking where it's not supposed to. I'm going to wait a little bit before applying this to my face. I want it to be clear. If you have a little bit of white in some sections, that's okay. It's in the heavier bits, but you don't want your glue to be completely white whenever you apply it to your face, or it'll just start slipping off of your skin. So you do want it to be kind of tacky. You will get glue no matter how hard you try. You will get glue on your fingers. That is why I had the miracle of wet ones. I will eventually use some of the ThermoAZ remover and spray it. Just if you're using ThermoAZ remover, never ever spray it directly on your skin. I know some people do that and people have been shown that, but that is not the proper way to use it. And my eyelash is now trying to, anyways. So you spray it on a tissue and then you remove, or you spray it on like a Q-tip. That you don't want too much of it to absorb into your skin because again, it is a remover. It's not like super toxic, but it's also not toxic. We're kind of in that fine gray area. Just be mindful. She's plotting something.
No, I'm just double checking.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Now I'm going to start sticking this onto my face to create a skeletal eyebrow. The beautiful thing about this being silicone is it's squishy, so I can flex it into certain areas and not have to worry about it appearing incorrectly. Okay. This feels so weird. It really does. Every time I do this, I'm like, oh yeah, this is bizarre. Now, I mentioned getting rid of all of the excess, right? So I'm going to take this little sponge here and kind of stick it in there like that. Don't spill too much of it. There we go. Acetone is not the best smelling of substances, so let's avoid spilling it anywhere. But I'll show you when I mentioned it melts it. It literally begins to just melt. So as you're trying to get it to blend in with your skin, you're just kind of dabbing it into here and creating flaky, messed up skin like you would expect to see around an area, and then you peel the excess off. For the, this is just to teach you how to apply it. I can wear the silicone for another 10 years as long as I take good care. So with a ghoul, the grimier it looks, the better. Like that's, I've worn that before, but as long as I'm careful to apply it. So this is just the first time to make sure that it blends with your skin. And like this part, this encapsulation is a one time. But the thing is if you get the encapsulation beads, you can paint it back on and have it again and have, like for some people say they want to have a false nose, right? And they want that false nose to blend perfectly into their skin. They would encapsulate it and then later on peel it off. But say they wanted to have that same blend again, they just put the encapsulation beads on it one more time. And there you go. Because it's very thin. It's tissue paper thin. So it just comes right off. And it's disgusting. It feels so gross. It feels wrong. But it's really, really useful for special effects. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've been on here, I don't know how many minutes it's been now. Whenever you start doing special effects makeup, you lose track of time. You forget what time is. You're like, what's that? Oh, it's been an hour.
Yeah, they're most definitely the first one up when we do events. Like, and we're like in a hotel room with earplugs. He's up at like 5.
Yeah. Doing makeup, making it crazy and trying to blend it in. And like, obviously I don't have to have this texture. I kind of like it because ghouls have skin kind of peeling off of their face. But when you get closer to like your eye, you definitely want to be more careful. Make sure you have a more controlled, some of the fluid, right? There you go. So you want to be very careful. You want to do more along the edge so that you're just trying to peel it off. You don't want to get it in your eye. Typically what I recommend doing if you're very like I'm clumsy like that. It's okay. That's why I had paper towels. They're right here.
Grab more.
I think this one will be fine. I only spilled a little bit. So you guys get to see this is, I do this almost, I spill at least one thing. So at least I spilled it early this time. That means I shouldn't spill anything else. I know. But the beauty about acetone too is it just disinfected your table for you. And it's already completely dry. Here, going back there. So that if I knock you over, it's fine. But you don't want to get it too close to your eye too, because your eyelid is very sensitive skin, right? Very, very sensitive skin. So if you don't feel comfortable, like I'm doing here, I've been doing this for a while now. So I'm familiar with how close I cannot get to my eyelid. But if you don't want to do that because you're worried about burning the crap out of yourself, I understand. You can peel this off in advance. But I'm just kind of working it in here, making it nasty. It's always fun whenever it looks gross. It's the best part. You know, it's okay. It's still fun to learn and watch, and then you can laugh at me as I spill stuff, and we can just have a good time together.
Together. What is it you want to do?
Oh, the girl pad?
Well, specifically the one with the lint.
That would be really cool.
Okay.
All right. I mean, we're not. Who said that orcs can't be beautiful too? You know, there's a little facelift, little nose lift. Yeah, quite the nose lift. But now if I wanted this blended nicely, I would have peeled off more of the skin before I applied it. But like I said, I really want the flaky skin. Like, so that is my benefit. There you go. How long was that? What time is it? We started at 5:30.
Oh, like 19 minutes.
Not bad. 15 minutes. We got the worst part's going to be the nose. The nose is going to take a while. But that is how we get the face attached, and it's nice and squishy, and it actually feels like it's not very heavy. It feels pretty comfortable, and I can move and emote. To some people, they put these on and there's like no emoting. It's just stiff face, which is why I prefer silicone again, because it is the superior item. So for this one, what I'll do, I'll show you another trick. Like I mentioned, you can melt it before you take it off. So right now it's pinned on. So what I'll do is I will. Yes, it is pinned on the foam. So I will accidentally spill a little bit on the foam board, but come here, skin. I'm just gonna start coming across here like this.
Burns off.
And it just kind of starts burning off. So you can begin to peel it like that, which is really useful too, right? Because then if you don't want to get it near your eye, like say, you know, you're not crazy like me and you don't want to be like, yeah, it's okay. I trust that I'm not going to drop a whole bunch of acetone into my tear duct. You can prep yourself this way and use the sponge or the little Q-tip to get the acetone worked into it beforehand and then melt it away and not have as much worry in your life. Apparently I like to write on the edge. So this is like the only thing I write on the edge on though. Everything else I'm like, nope. Because having eyes is important and other stuff. So yeah. The only downside again to acetone is it dries really quickly. So you do end up using more than you prefer. But the positive side to acetone is it's cheap.
What is there a specific kind of acetone that you use, or just store bought like drugstore?
This was $1.15.
So just the
I
regular
think it
stuff
was-
you buy.
Yeah, it was very convenient. But yeah, it's a lot beforehand. I just peeled it off. It does the same thing if you just melt it off too. I have a little bit less on the sides, but that's okay. I can always build it up with silicone later if I wanted to do that. So, okay, I did put this on. So now we're going to go back to, right, make sure I have it turned right because I have turned this on. I put these on upside down before. Let's make sure the little pokey thing is at the bottom. Tiny poke. Okay, all right, I can do this. Also, reminder, your face is not even. You will encounter while applying things, why does it look even? These silicone pieces were even. It's because your face is not even. So just understand that you're going to accept maybe one eye is a little bit lower than the other, maybe one ear is a little bit lower, and that's what's setting it off. But yeah, symmetry actually puts you into uncanny valley mode for humans. So if you're perfectly symmetrical, you tend to make people more uncomfortable. Which maybe that's what you're gonna do with a ghoul. Maybe you want to be, but I would stick more to like the sense if you want to go super uncomfortable, make that very symmetrical. And they're like, are you sense? You're too perfect. It doesn't. Something's wrong. Something's off here.
And when you say sin, you're talking about
The institutes,
the
yeah,
institutes, yeah.
from
Fallout.
from Mass Effect, from Fallout. I play too many games. Oops, I play too many games for this.
Yeah, don't forget the many people that who don't know what the game is.
Fallout, the game and well, I don't know if it's in the TV show yet. I don't think it is.
No, but in the game, so that makes and
Synthetic people.
synthetic. They call them synths. But you don't know they're synths until they die.
Until you get replaced by a synth.
You wouldn't even know that either.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, the synths don't even know that when they replace someone,
Yeah.
which is pretty crazy. I mean,
Are these pieces just for full makeup, or do you use them for other?
so for this, I only use it for full makeup, but you could use these like as zombies, or if you wanted to, like there are So like this one's made by Trauma Clean Effects, but I am working on learning how to do my own encapsulation. And I mentioned earlier, and I can talk through how that's done. But this is mostly for ghouls, but they have smoother ones. So you could do like Maleficent with like the high cheekbones and stuff like that. So you could, like I mentioned, a fake nose. People do like fake jowls.
Like you could mix them up, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could. I could also go in here and I could trim these pieces and I could trim it down and get what I want from it too and form it into something different because it's silicone. So
It also makes me think of Vecna
oh no.
from Stranger Things. Like
Vecna's a little bit more complicated.
it is, but like
That's a
starting with the
lot.
eyes, you know.
Like you're doing Vecna. I'm giving you an appointment.
know.
That's a
You go before I.
that's so much work. I look at that and I'm like, ooh.
I mean, it looks like a start. So I'm not saying it's. You could use those pieces.
Yeah, you could.
Start.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right? That's so much work.
Oh, no.
That is so much.
Yeah, kudos to you. Good luck.
Like, okay. But there's actually I have one piece in here that's just a missing. It's meant to look like a zombie jaw, like you're missing skin over your teeth. You put it on your mouth and you pre-melt the encapsulation here, and as you speak, it covers your lips. So, and then you can sort of bring it to them so they can see closer. And I'm learning from these people so that I can encapsulate my own silicone pieces that I know how to cast. And I was mentioning that it's a jar of beads that you fill full of acetone and then you shake every 5 hours. So you have to monitor it for 4 hours every 4 or 5 hours. You really want it to be thin. 4 hours is best. If you're wanting something to be a full head piece, you would need to do like a 3-part mold. But for something like this where it's small, you can sculpt it with like wax-based clay or even Sculpey onto like a flat surface. And then you can use this temporary mold builders that you can get from like Michael's for pretty cheap. You could cast the silicone in there. It takes about 3 to 6 hours for your silicone to cure. But after that, you could pull it out, demold it, and then put it on a flat surface like this foam board and encapsulate it. Well, you can always message me.
You can just watch the
And you can watch the recording. I am recording for people who were not here or want to learn or that's stuck there. Oh, okay, one eyebrow's a little bit high. See, that's what I said. Sometimes you just accept. I'm like, you know what? I am not peeling up all of that just to get one little eyebrow. It's gonna, yeah, that's pretty stuck too. Is it stuck there? I can't tell. Didn't stick. There we go. And now we get to play the melty game. Which I try not to, I do tend to pre-melt a lot of this typically. I don't want a whole lot of acetone on my skin. But that's why I prepped my skin with a very hydrating primer. And I did 2 layers of it. I did 1 layer, waited 15 minutes, and then I did another layer. And the hydrating primer helps create kind of like a defense for your skin so that it's not being directly exposed to the acetone. Because acetone is very harsh. Even on fingernails, acetone is harsh, so. But yeah, just the basic acetone works with melting it. And I mean, I'm not even using much. I'm just barely kind of dabbing it. So it doesn't require a lot to start melting it. Yeah, you make funny faces when you do this. Just give up. You're not gonna ever look pretty while trying to do special effects. You're always gonna have funny faces. Because you just have to manipulate your face in ways that feels bizarre but works really well. Ugh. Oh, melting.
That's the point.
All right, so I just got to get into the eye socket here a little bit, and then we get to go to the fun part of building the nose. So for the nose, we are doing the 2-part silicone modeling compound. See, I put the paper towel under it this time. I was like, but the silicone modeling compound is great for creating buildable surfaces. So something that's more 3D. You want something that's convex or sucked in, concave, I guess is the better way to put it. I will show you guys the other. Oh, my skin's coming on. Come on. Come on. Smash myself in the eye. It's fun. But I do use something called rigid collodion, and it is what helps dehydrate your skin. So if you dehydrate your skin, here, it sucks it in and creates these really nasty lines. So say you wanted a bad scar that doesn't raise up and more comes in, it looks like you got stitches or something, that's the best.
You know what I just saw? I saw 4 things. You seen it?
Mm-mm.
I'll just show you a picture of Willem Dafoe because he thought a lot. I've seen it. So kind of it looks like his skin has been pieced together. Those
Oh wait, I have seen 4 things. I remember it now. Yeah.
This face is a really good example, I think. And then of course they added more to make it look chunkier, but those parts that where the skin sunk in, I think that's what they used rigid collodion there.
It probably did. Okay, I need to fix the glue here because it's getting too close to my eye. So I'm gonna adjust this real fast. Don't be afraid to adjust it. If you feel like the prosthetic is too close to something, it's okay. Fix it. I don't like how close it is to my eye here. So I'm gonna peel this section up and then I'm just gonna pull it over here. Give myself a facelift, it's fine. Just need a little bit of a ghoul facelift, even ghouls sometimes get some work done. I'll let that sit there. This looks gross. It's perfect. There you go, we're done. Just fluffy skin. I know, right? Like, oh, are you sure you're a ghoul? You look too fantastic. That's impressive. And then they start getting grosser, and you're like, maybe I don't want those anymore. I think I've changed my mind. I do have a table dedicated to makeup, my special effects makeup, and I clean it off, but it is, it has battle scars. But I'm trying to avoid doing any of that to your nice tables. So, okay. Now this will be a bit more, yeah, that's further from the eye. It was just irritating me because it was like too close into my eye for me. Okay, that's better. Ugh, that feels weird. I really did get a facelift. This one doesn't have it. I'm sorry. Here, I'll just go a little bit further in. Here you go. You've only got a somewhat one. What happened to you? Oh, okay. Mad at me.
What is the range?
That's just a stabilizer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mostly like if
Like for storing and shipping, right?
Mhm.
Not to use.
yeah. It's also good if, like, say you have those encapsulation beads and you pour them instead of brush them on. It just catches it, pour, and then I let it settle. I prefer to brush it on, but there are a lot of people out there that prefer to. All right, so for this, I'll touch it up with some of the silicone modeling compound. Okay, so we are done. We can now start playing with the silicone modeling compound. It looks like snot. It really does look like snot. But it's so much fun to work with. You're going to notice that one's a little bit more congealed than the other. One is the activator and one is the silicone. They both technically have a little bit of silicone on them, but this is the activator. And it usually, unless they've changed it, usually color and has the activator. So I take a metal tool because it's easy to peel silicone off of that. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do my one that has more of like a little sculpting. It's rounder, and then it can just like sculpt onto my face. It's kind of the best part. If you are uncomfortable or unsure as to whether or not you will be able to mix the correct amount of modeling compound, then I highly suggest like weighing this. I have been doing this for 2 years now, playing with this stuff. So I've learned exactly how much I need to pull to work with whatever it's up to do. Really is snotty. It's really is gross. I'm gonna peel this off here. And then I'm going to go in here. Yay, just pull Vaseline out of a jar. And then I'm going to start mixing them. And you mix it until it looks even, like it looks like mucus that you've really built up. You've probably been sick for over a week at this point. You're trying to clear it out. And you're like, this is not pretty. But that's what it needs to look like. It needs to get a little bit firm and look very mucousy. Okay. So it's pretty firm, definitely mucousy. You've got about 5 to 15 minutes of working time, depending on how much you put on here. So what I'm going to do is try to use as much of this as I can. Let's start sculpting into this. This is weird. Oh, I mean, just gotta roll it up like spaghetti. It works. It works really well. And this is to build up that kind of like very skeletal nose the ghouls have. I like to bring it down into the eye socket a little bit. This looks easy. You will not be this quick the first time. I have, like I said, been doing this for a long time. I am used to sculpting on my own face. Be kind to yourself.
You want me to show the compounds?
When you were saying like the breakup of each, like,
It's one part 1-to-1. It's always 1-to-1.
and if you do too little or too much of one.
It won't activate. Yeah. Or it'll just stay slimy, or it'll cure too fast, and you'll know pretty quick. It lets you know pretty fast when you haven't mixed it right. It's not very workable, or it just stays slime the whole time. It's fine when it stays slime because you just play with it forever, but it doesn't do what you want it to do. So I'm trying to be very smooth with my sculpting. I mean, granted, you do want to come in here and build some texture because as the skin rots off the nose, the bone of your nose tends to have like pox in it. So like it kind of creates this gross weathered sort of thing. But yeah, it's still so weird. I've been doing this for so long, but every time I'm like,
I've never had that.
yeah, it's gooey. I guess the best way I can like the texture that everyone's probably touched is, like frosting. Yeah. Imagine frosting that's just been sitting out a little too long. So it's hardened up just a little bit.
So like butter.
Oh, it's jelly or the jelly frosting?
If you took buttercream and jelly frosting and made a baby, that's probably exactly what this feels like. That is exactly what this feels like. But I'm going to give this a moment before I mix the next batch because I do want it to like cure enough so that when I put the next layer on, it's smoother. But you don't have to do a whole lot to make it pretty dramatic. And then I like to build it down to like right around here to try and hide my nostrils a little bit more. And then I'll paint it black. I touched a little bit of silicone. There you go.
And does it cure to the feeling of like,
Yes.
okay.
And then it cures also, like you don't have to put any adhesive. You saw I have no adhesive in this. Like it just it adheres to your pores. So if you have very few pores, you might have it start sliding up after our period of time. But in my experience, even people who have really super smooth skin or smaller pores, it tends to stick to them. It's very tacky. I appreciate that I can sculpt it on my face, that it's non-toxic in that way, and I can do that. That's very nice. Because there are a lot of things that traditionally you can't do that with. But you can with the silicone leveling compound. So, and this is a company called, like I said, Third Degree, and they're based in Texas. So, yeah, that's it. I think Narrative Cosmetics would, like, they're local from California, but I'm pretty sure that they were having their modeling compound created in Canada, which is why it's been out of stock for a while. So I'm wondering if they're looking for a new provider, or I keep looking at different angles just to see where I'm going to need to build up next. So this feels weird though, because all of a sudden, like, my eyes feel darker. Like there's like I have like a hat on. Yeah, but there's no, so it does help. Okay, while I'm doing this, it does take me a while to get this done. This is, I don't have a whole lot of it left, but I wanted to show at least one little go about for it. So this is rigid collodion. This is the only size you can buy it in. And this cost me $12. So I don't get it every time. But this is the stuff that as you put it on your face, it creates very deep scars. And it smells horrible. I'd rather smell the nail polish. I don't know if I have enough of this to sink my skin in. I'm hoping I do. We'll see. I'm only going to do it with a couple of the two lines we have here, just because there's so little of this left. And then we'll just create, using makeup, that striation that they kind of have where it looks like their skin. Because you can just do it with makeup too. You don't have to really suck your skin in. Plus, I'm going to tell you if you have any hair in your face like I do, because I don't shave my face. Peeling this off, yeah, it's a party. Party.
And not
Oh, it does not have a remover. Yeah. So, and unfortunately too, once you've opened it and it's been exposed to air, you only have on average 7 to 10 days for it to work. So I'm wondering if this has gone past its expiration, because it is really goopy, which is not normal for it. And it's not. Yes. Yep. Yeah, so it's not working very well for me, but yeah, you can see it, like it's kind of sucking in a little bit, but it's too congealed. But I have a Instagram video. If you go on my Instagram, I have a video of me using this, and like it sucked my skin in so deep that when I moved, I felt like I had some kind of really weird, I don't know, injections in parts of my face. Oh yeah, on this side, it's starting to suck it in.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point of it, is it just sucks in your skin. I'm sorry. Each meal day. It's okay. Okay. So this is how we know that my nose is cured, because the silicone on this just peels right off. Means I can come into here and start working on warp. Okay, no, you're attached to me. It has made best friends with my skin. That is not happening. Thank you. There we go. Okay. So let's build up the rest of the nose, and then we're going to start building up little bits in our face so that we have more of that kind of skin swapping, disgusting look. But it was pretty, I mean, you saw it was pretty easy to mix. You just have to kind of listen to the compound. In general, I just tend to take a big scoop each.
And like, you don't. Okay.
You
It's
can't
not
keep
like
adding.
fruit.
No.
Okay.
I mean, you've only got about, like I said, 10 to 15 minutes of
Yeah.
exploring that to figure out if
Yeah.
it's the correct amount. But, like right here, I can tell 100%. You see, one of these is a little bit smaller than the other. But I will say it is very forgiving. Like I mean, it only takes about 30 seconds to activate. So if while you're mixing it, it isn't starting to kind of become pasty like this and have like a thicker, then you know, and it's staying too thin, or it's almost difficult for you to move it around. Because this part is a lot heavy, like a lot thicker and heavier and more congealed than the other part A. So you'll know. You need it to be able to slime, but not slime so much that it just falls right off. Keep mixing. There you go. It is a little sticky, so. And you want to make sure you mix a lot of, like, you want to mix it a lot to get any oxygen bubbles out of it, because sometimes you can get oxygen bubbles in it. But I'm getting used to the facelift I have right now. Oh, it's starting to cure on my face now, and I'm like, oh, especially why do I have an extra nose? Like, I'm not used to having an extra nose.
How does it?
Really well. I haven't had any problems. I've worn my ghoul to Tucson Comic Con when it was 113 degrees for 8 hours. And the only reason I had to take it off was because I couldn't handle the contacts anymore. Like, so, and she was with me, and I got out of it record fast. I don't know how. I was like, I want out of this makeup. But for instance, I went to Fallout Fan Celebration in November, and it was pouring rain. This was getting rained on. Nothing budged. Now, when I took it off, there was moisture underneath it because your skin absorbs moisture. But it didn't. Oh, and it did actually end up sucking in my face. You can see there's some dehydration going on. It feels gross. Anyways, most of this is going to feel very, very weird and gross.
And after you take it off, like pieces that are will be
Yes, I clean them with 99% IPA, which is isopropyl alcohol. And it is your best friend when you want to be able to reuse any kind of prosthetic or any kind of item that you've sculpted onto your skin. Because obviously your skin has bacteria on it, right? So you don't want to transfer that bacteria onto your prosthetic, and then the next time you put it on, you break out or have another like contact dermatitis, or who knows, all kinds of things could happen. And I have eczema, so I'm very careful with my skin, especially since the reason my hair is typically, like, this is the longest I've had my hair in a while. It's just because I haven't had the time to shave my head, but I get the kind of eczema that turns into blisters. And so if my hair gets too long, the oils of my own hair cause me to get kind of like a dermatitis, but it's more of a, like, blisters just all throughout my scalp. So I am very, even with like the makeup you use every day, I recommend cleaning your brushes. If you're using makeup every day, please make sure you clean it once a week. If you only use them for conventions, clean it at the end of the convention. For your eyeshadow, most people don't actually use them within the 12 months they're supposed to. So if you're going to extend the life of it, spray some 99% isopropyl alcohol on it, and you'll extend its life. Yeah, it dries. You just let it dehydrate and dry, and you're good. And that extends its life. It makes it to where,
And it stands.
yeah, sanitizes it completely.
Because I always wondered if makeup is like.
Yeah, they sanitize it all.
I mean,
Usually with alcohol.
Get like, body paint or white cream you get from the store.
So this is gonna sound weird.
Yeah.
Soak it in a container with soap and water and then microwave it for 30 seconds.
I'm like, I can do
Yes.
this. I have that at home.
No,
Thank you. Thank you. Velocity.
microwaving it activates, like the heat activates the all of the, because sponges are very porous, so it opens all the pores of the sponge and helps withdraw more of the makeup. Kind of like skin, right? If you heat it up, you can tend to get more stuff out of it. Yeah.
But more than 30 sure.
Okay, so the nose is built up pretty well at this point. There's just one little hole that I found that I'm gonna have to fill with a little bit more of liquidy. So I'm gonna mix some more up and then I'm gonna start streaking my skin to create like gross, flaky skin. Oh. You know what? You just want to stay attached. Is that your home? Yeah, well, I'm taking this one then. Here. I want more of this. So I'm going to take a big glob this time. That way I can really work into everything. I'm going to go ahead and close this up. And I mean, you've seen how much I've been taking, and there's still like a lot in here. And these are only 4-ounce pots. So when I say that this lasts a long time, it can last a very long time.
How much for
So in total for both of them, I think I paid, I remember, give me one moment. I think these ones with shipping were $3. I was pretty surprised because Narrative Cosmetics is like 40 something. So, and it's only for the 2-ounce pots. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna buy from here now.
Is 4 ounces the big.
Yeah. If you want more silicone, you're really gonna have to probably go to Smooth On and see if they have something similar to the compound that you could create yourself, because they do have silicone that you can create, but most of it's casting silicone. So I don't know if Smooth On has, like, Reynolds Materials locally has Smooth On products. There might be something like this, but I've been there many times and I haven't seen anything, but I haven't been in a while. So it could be that they are carrying larger pots of this. I myself haven't found anything bigger than 4 ounces. And I do wonder if that's because there's some kind of oxygenation or activation or just something to do with the amount. That's why it's a modeling compound versus something you have to cast into a mold. I'm just making some fake skin over here. Just over here. Okay, I do need a super gooey bit to fix the hole I found in my nose. I mean, it'd be fun to have a hole in my nose, but not where it is. It doesn't make sense. So
Maybe you're cool.
I mean, maybe they lost some bone. Yeah. Or when that bomb dropped, they were not in the right place. Yeah. It's okay. Sometimes it's hard being a ghoul. You always have to find a radiation bath and it's ghoulish. Oh, we're just having too much fun.
I mean, as if we're mixing it. I could say it's not. Or
Yeah, yes, you could. That you could have done it. That would have been magical. I know about it. It's fun. Yeah, that's the important thing, is that it's finally been said. It's out in the world now. But now my skin's looking extra flaky. I do like that I can just take it and drag it. And it's gross, but creates the striations they have. And I think it's their attempts to make it look like the muscles underneath it have kind of begun to wither and pull too because of the radiation. Even though technically that's not the way the muscles go. But it's a video game, so we're just gonna suspend disbelief. Go for it. Suspension, you know, let's go for it. And yes, I do sometimes get it in my hair. Just try a little bit. It pulls out, doesn't pull my hair, just a little uncomfortable for a short period of time. And it's starting to get pretty thick paste here now, which is good for building skin and flakes. One time I accidentally had a piece above my lip that was starting to peel off because I'd been eating food and the food caught it. And I just went, and it freaked so many people out. So much fun. They're like, you're losing yourself. I'm like, oh, let me hang on, let me catch it. They're like, no, don't do that. I'm like, it tastes good. I need a snack. I did not enjoy using me trying to be funny. But because it is silicone, it is pretty easy to model near the lips. You don't have to worry about it getting caught on anything. It feels weird. Oh my god. It right now it feels like I'm putting, I don't know, pudding on myself.
Pudding.
Yeah,
Pudding.
feels like pudding.
Like the Doubtfire face in the pot.
Yeah. Gosh. The puns are excellent today.
I'll be here all week.
You're like 9 to 5.
But we're almost done with the base, and I think are we at 6 o'clock yet?
Yes, 21.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna most likely be able to get the makeup done on time. But you can see where I mentioned the silicone putty being the longest, and it's mostly because you have to stop, mix it, let it dry a little bit, and then work it into it again. Just getting some taters on my skin. It feels like potatoes now, like old mashed potatoes. Yeah.
Good thing we eat over. Like I'm not
Just making people hungry on accident. This was delicious, I share, but I guarantee it is not. Okay. I will say you can put it on your forehead. I don't like to put stuff on my forehead. That's just a personal preference for me. So that's why I usually have like a wig or a hat or something on for that. Or I just use some makeup. Mostly because when I raise my eyebrows or stuff and when I move, it feels so, there's just some things that your body may or may not like, and you don't realize it until you put this much makeup on your face. And then you're like, oh, got it. Can't do it. Just like I have a hard time wearing leg armor on my shins. It's on my shins. It irritates me. I don't know why. I can't tell you. I just get like irrationally angry at it. Like, but it's already saved some, so you guys can play with it if you want to. You guys wanna play with my skin?
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Okay. It's pretty.
Be like, yeah.
So now we get to go to the part that's, oh no. Yes. Can you do something for me? Can you just run this under the water in the sink? I totally forgot. Or just like a fountain. It just needs to be wet.
Like,
I'm like,
Not the whole thing, right?
yes, and then you squeeze it out so that I'm like, thank you so much. I just realized I'm like, oh wait, to apply makeup, I kind of need that.
spray bottle of water in it.
I do. I need to put a spray bottle of water. I have spray bottles of alcohol.
Yeah. It's gonna do the same thing. You try it or you blend.
To get all these random shades and let's start mixing them and making myself look pale. Paler. Pale-ish, yeah. Yay, playing with silicone. It's so squishy. I'm sure you're just fine. That's, oh, yes, thank you so much. Perfect. Okay, yeah. We just need it to be a little bit damp. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's the part that everybody should be familiar with. Applying foundation. But you just don't want to be as specific or not specific. What's the word I'm looking for? No.
With no sight.
Precise. Yeah, I guess it's a good one. Precise is a good, yeah, yeah. I was like, there is a word in my brain, but like I've lost again, guys. I've been in the radiation. I'm losing some. Okay, gotta give me a chance. Then the rougher you are with it too, the fresher it looks. So, but you can see that like once I get towards the silicone, the makeup just goes on it fine. So for any of the bits that came out a little too clear because I was streaking it, so it couldn't build up that skin tone, you can use a little bit more of the skin tone, like the part B. But makeup goes over it just fine. I will say, powder makeup tends to do a bit better. I'm not sure it does, but liquid's fine too. I get to go outside, walk through the library. You guys don't have to, but I do. Well, I mean, you do, but not like this. This is the fun part. I have to test and see how, like, we always recommend whenever you're doing some kind of a special effects makeup, there's some people that just go for it and they don't test it, right? Well, what about your environment? Can you handle it in the heat? Can you handle it in the cold? Can you handle speaking to people? Can you eat in it? So you always want to test it before you go for long periods of wearing it or you go in public. So sometimes I go grocery shopping looking crazy, or I've gone to a bar, just got a drink, or I've just gone, for a walk in my neighborhood. My neighbors are used to me by now. I'm always coming out with something crazy. Like I did this a alien makeup for a video game. Came out just full blue. Went to go check my mail. So oh, I can barely put my lips down. My nose is too lifted. But I do appreciate that this is pretty easy to, because it's always the worst when you do something, but you can't get the makeup to stick to it. And for this, that typically is not a problem. I will probably need to take a little tiny and get into some of the grooves. Yeah, Q-tip. Q-tips can do makeup too. Thanks, Q-tip. Also, I don't want to like stab myself in an eye with the sponge. Still need to see.
So then the silicone just adheres, like the makeup just adheres to the silicone.
It does pretty well. And like I said, I've worn this for hours in the rain and at conventions, and I so far haven't had any issues, really.
Now, before this all though, you put primer on,
Yes.
right? Yeah, you started with the.
Yeah.
That takes time to settle.
Yeah.
Oh. Need some face moisturizer.
I might need a little moisturizer. I might be,
I know it's gonna dry me.
I might be having, yeah, it is a very dry winter for me right now. It's rough for us, you know, it's ghouls. So now I'm going with like a little bit of a lighter, kind of going to highlight areas where you would expect to see it to be a little bit paler. And then we get to go in and start doing darker eyeshadows, and then we have to go back in with foundation again, and you know, it's a process. It's a process.
And what kind of foundations are you using there?
Oh, I lost a little bit of myself. A little too aggressive. I'm sorry. That one piece though, that was the piece that like is already kind of dry, and I was like, I don't know if it's gonna stick. I'm just using ELF. It's like $8 for this. I try to keep it pretty inexpensive because everything else is already like, for the silicone, which lasts a long time. It's, you know, like overall you're looking at the first investment in this is close to $50 or $60. And then after that, you can keep reusing it. But if you're spending between $60 and $100 to invest it, you obviously don't want to go as crazy with the makeup. So,
Okay.
okay.
I think it's important for people who don't wear makeup regularly, right? You don't want to be investing in a lot of like makeup that you use only when you're, you know, especially in cosplay.
Yeah, you can do things. Just make sure you test your own skin on it. Make sure that you don't have reactions to it. The 3 places you always want to test with makeup is you want to start under your arm, then you want to go behind your ear, and then you can go face. But always behind, it's always in the underside of your arm and then behind your ear. And that's typically because those areas of your skin are very sensitive. If you're going to react, happen right then and there. Just gotta find all this stuff that must be beautiful. Okay.
So quick does the reaction usually happen?
10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. My sister wasn't sure if she could wear, for instance, alcohol-based makeup that's suspended in silicone. Because I don't have any problems with it, but she has very dry skin, and I have kind of like a combination of skin types, like dry and oily. So we tested it on her underarm, no problem. We tested it on behind her ear, no issue. And then we decided to do just half of her face. Within 5 minutes, the other half of her face was the same color. And we're like, nope. And we immediately removed it with coconut oil, and she was fine. So we determined with her, she can only use water-based makeup. So we always bring a pack with us and reapply at conventions when she starts to sweat. So your body will definitely let you know what it can and cannot control.
And then what about
Yes.
Testing.
So after a breakout, I always recommend one, doing really good skincare, you know, making sure you're having an oil-based cleanser to pull it out of your skin, and then doing a gentle wash, and then doing some good moisturizer afterwards, but also getting the face masks that help replenish your skin's health. Like figure out what your skin needs. Does it need vitamin E, A? Does it need aloe? Does it need mint? Does it need something else? And testing those to figure out what your skin responds best to is the good way for helping your skin recover after you've done something to it. So like I have a mask at home waiting for me.
okay?
So
And it's usually the same.
I only have like 3 masks that I use. I have a Hello Kitty mask that has amazing stuff in it. There's vitamin A, E, and K inside of it, and then it has an aloe moisturizer. And then I have another one that has a tea tree oil for when I've had a severe reaction, and it helps recover there too. But I usually get them from Peso or from, where did I get my other mask from? I got my mask from Sephora before too, thinking of places that people regularly go. But I've also seen them at like Walgreens and CVS. Like they just have them. It's in like a single packet for like $3. You can just grab one. But I'm starting to get more dark.
Yeah.
I'm going in with a brown, and then I'm going to go in with like a dark blue. You can do black, but I tend to go with black on like nose areas that are going to be really deep set. I like to go with the dark blue because it helps play with the colors a little bit more. Color theory is going to become your best friend. You will want to learn about color theory, figure out what works best with your skin tone. Are you more warm? So do you need to do more cool tones? Are you cool? Do you need to do warm? Or are you neutral? I am neutral. So I kind of have to do a bit of both. But that helps. You can see the difference between the two eyes already. So, and if I'm going, I think we've got another hour, or am I?
6:30.
Yes. We're gonna do it, guys. Because this looks like I'm almost done. And that's the reality of this kind of special effects makeup is you get so excited that you're like, oh my gosh, I did it, I got the appliances on. Yeah, but and you could go out like this, right? But it has no depth. It has no depth.
Kind of has like no intention, like, oh my, there's something wrong with you. You know, like, don't know if it's supposed to be that way or not.
You're like, yeah. I found a vat of radiation, and rather than stepping away from it, I was like, that looks like fun. Jump right in there. But you are noticing that I am able to blend. Like blending is possible. It takes a little bit more work, but it is possible, which is nice. You know, every ghoulie gal wants to make herself look nice before she goes out. I don't know, what town will we go to? With the Sutton Flatwoods? Or, you know, there's so many towns. Commonwealth. They're not very nice to ghouls in the Commonwealth. I don't know if I want to go there. We have our own city because they're not nice to us.
You need to do a sport now,
I was planning on doing that for
like one of the new in like game Fallout. They have additional things. They're kind of like ghouls, but they have like additional, like, what are those? The green things that stick out on the face.
oh, their ultrasight.
That's supposed to some sort of minimal.
Yeah.
On them.
Yep.
That's gotta be your next thing.
Have you done any like last books?
I haven't, but I know some people that have, and it's always cool to me. I'm like, wow, I think that's impressive. That's just crazy. Okay. I think I'm starting to look kind of ghoulish. It's happening. But you just gotta kind of start creating layers and then make sure that you're going in where you would expect to see shadow, because the skin is raised up. And falling, well, technically it's falling off, but who needs to know that? Who needs to know my skin is falling off?
It's supposed to, like, you're radiated. So.
Yeah, like I can't help it. Don't judge me. Exactly.
The radiation, don't touch me. I feel like the ghoul on the show looks too nice.
He is too
It
nice.
looks too like smooth.
I was like, look, I love that actor, don't get me wrong, but girl, you're supposed to look a little dirtier.
Yeah, you're supposed to look worse. I'm like, he's a really good looking ghoul. I know in the interview, he's like, some people think I look handsome. I'm like, but you're it's like your face with just some extra things. Like, he just doesn't look cool with stuff.
I think the nose is like the fun thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably because they want him to still be able to emote, is what I think. Is like
That's true.
ghouls, like even when I do this, like I am limited into the amount of expressions I can produce for you. So I think with TV stuff like that, they're probably just trying to make sure he could emote. Otherwise, you know, most actors don't like if they can't emote.
That's true. And with the time that this takes, that they do, they have to build it up every time. So
Also, how
Yeah,
they want.
right. Yeah,
And I feel like it also like gives the viewer.
oh, it's not that bad. Yeah, that's true.
I do too. I think
It looks like he's just got some skin issues, you know? Like worse than that. The show. Yeah, like it looks like he's just got like some, like skin issues and stuff, but we'll have like sunken in and some melted away and see, isn't that like it just looks like he's been in the sun too long,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, find someone like that here.
You just got a tan. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some tanning too much.
Weather beat.
The ghouls, like the grosser the better. I mean, you can make your ghoul pretty, so like put some makeup on it, put some beauty makeup on your ghoul, go for it. You know, maybe she wants to look pretty, or maybe he wants to look pretty. It don't matter. But you still have to have your skin slipping off.
yeah.
You've been exposed to radiation that should have somehow ended you, but you didn't. And good for you. That means you're immortal now.
Yeah.
But that also means that at any moment in time you could suddenly go rabid. So,
Yeah, so there's two types of ghouls. The ones that just completely are gone, monsters down, ones that like retain their suspension, but the radiation can still affect their brain over time.
so they take certain
And chemicals to
substances.
control it.
Not exactly kid friendly.
Chemicals. It's
They take supplements.
supplements. Yeah, supplements to prevent the spread of your, yeah.
Exactly. Just make sure that they get some other daily vitamins in. And this is the palette I have is just it's Physicians Formula. It's a $12 palette. You can tell it's only a year old. This is my best friend. There's not much of it left. I am going to have to get another one. But for $12 for a year, it was totally worth it. So I'm just coming in and I'm looking at like where the light's falling here and just trying to create that natural shadow so that when I turn around and stuff like that, you can see where it would be.
Way different. I mean, yeah, you're right. You're like, oh, I could go out like this.
Yeah.
And then once you know what you can add.
Right.
Like, sure, I could do this, but then I wouldn't look as cool as I know I could look. And normally I do like actually go down my neck. I don't take this down my neck. I come with paint. So what I normally do is I have this, it's a cream paint that's activated by alcohol. So it dries into your skin and doesn't transfer anywhere else, which is amazing. But I normally would do that on my neck. I just figured this one's a Narrative Cosmetics, and then they also have an alcohol-based one. But you could also just get hyperpigmented eyeshadow, and there's something in here. What
You
are
can find
you?
them on Amazon.
Oh, look, there's the card from who makes my stuff. And apparently my purple eyeshadow has decided to explode. But you can get hyperpigmented eyeshadows too if you don't want to worry about other stuff because they're easier to remove. But since they're hyperpigmented, they stand out a lot. But I need to come in here some bronzer. It's really important. I had that sun-kissed look. It sounds counterintuitive, but you do want to put just a teensy bit of like blush and pink in different areas because they are toasty. And then I will come in here with the pale foundation again and kind of highlight over the top of everything once I finish shading.
Yeah, your neck would have too much movement to put that stuff on, huh?
You could, you just have to do it when it's super gooey so that, and then you just have to keep kind of manipulating it. But it's irritating. Like it's like, it tickles so much. Yeah, the collars and stuff make it difficult for me to wear it like that. So The rigid collodion.
Yeah. Right?
No.
No, it's, you have to rip it off.
It is also
Yes, we don't want to
toxic to anything that is, oh, what is this? Why am I forgetting what tissue type this is called? It absorbs more moisture and it's more, yeah, so you're not supposed to put it there. So thank you for calling that out. Yes, please do not put rigid collodion on your lips or anywhere near your eyes or any viscous areas, I guess is the best way to put it.
So if you have your scars around, it'd be best to do with me.
That, or you could build up some of the silicone and like peel away pieces so it looks like it's got that, yeah.
Like a facelift, remove and then things.
Give yourself,
silicone can go on.
yes.
Okay.
It's gonna tickle, but yeah.
Yeah. But then also might be difficult because constant movement, right? So it might be a detail that forego just because of
Makeup would work though. You could do the cream based that's alcohol activated. You can do alcohol activated makeup that's suspended in silicone. Just understand that it's gonna burn a little bit because it's alcohol. So it's gonna sting, but it would stay because it's water resistant. The only way to remove that is through a remover or with oil. So if you eat oily food, it's gonna come off.
Don't have any fried dishes, all right?
Yeah.
fried dishes and pasta.
Typically, well, honestly, we usually live off of like liquids when we have crazy makeups like this. So like we have a lot of protein powders or lots of electrolyte waters and things that are making sure we're staying hydrated. Staying hydrated is important because what's another thing I'm doing with putting this on? I'm preventing my skin from breathing. So your body becomes taxed and will want to consume more water. I don't go to them or I find someone who's a vendor that can bring it in for me.
But you can always bring in like your empty water.
They let me bring in my, so far I haven't had issues with like electrolyte powders or my protein powders before. So, I just keep it in like its original little packet. Like I get the ones that are like travel size. They don't seem to have any issues with that. But yeah, I tend to avoid those ones. Or I leave the con in the afternoon. I go back to my hotel if I have one.
Yeah,
And
we always leave Phoenix Infusion and eat healthy. Whatever, and then that's kind of usually the end of the day for us.
That's what I was thinking of, because I know for fans, like, oh, more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's not very many options inside.
I will say I have Fan Fusion just does not search very well because I have many times inadvertently, not intentionally brought in like a protein bar, not thinking about it, and I have been let in every time. So either they don't care about protein bars or they just really aren't searching.
Honestly, it's not that.
No, if there's something I know I'm absolutely going to need, I try to like communicate with them in advance through email. Sorry, just had to get in there. This is the part that's like, okay, getting in all of the grooves and then trying to connect it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many times do you
Historically, or we're this year 12.
Also, one month.
That's fewer than the past few. I used to go to almost 20 a year. That was speaking a lot. So I don't only just go to pop culture conventions. I also go to cybersecurity conventions. And I've spoken at like Cactus Con, I've gone to DEF CON. But pop culture conventions, yeah, I think last year there was 12. This year I think I'm only going to 8, including Tempe FanCon. So
And you do something different each.
Sometimes, I've slowed down a lot because I'm getting older. And I turned 40 at the end of this month, so. Like,
You have a day over 300.
yeah, no, thank you. You know, 300 years is really hard to hit, man. And I didn't lose my mind. I kept it. It's pretty good. Thank you. But I used to think that I had to do a new look. Instead, what I've decided is, why don't I improve on ones that I already have? So I've just been improving on costumes that I used to wear a lot and then I haven't worn in a while. And I'm like, you know, it's probably because I made it before I had more skills. I don't like how it looks, so why don't I just improve it? Why don't I just make it better? So I've been doing that lately.
And you do some of your signature ones, like the ghoul is kind of a signature.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You've done them in different like costumes too.
Yeah. There's certain costumes that if people don't see it, they get upset. So I try to, like, if I'm going to a convention that has, or an event that has a lot of kids, half the time they're like, "Are you gonna do your Merida?" I'm like, "Well, guess I am now." And then the ghoul is something that people always want to see. People also often want to see Cassandra Nova from Deadpool. I'm usually very bald. And they're obsessed with her. So yeah. Those are definitely ones that I do often. I'm in here with bronzer, and I'm going to go in with some paler tones. As you can see, it's got a lot more depth from when we started. And it looks more like you'd expect a ghoul to look. Gross, but in the best way possible. Okay, go. Yeah,
Why not the sun?
there you go. Little sorrow. Okay, so I need to come into here and start doing my nose. I just have a marker.
That's an eye pencil, right?
Eye marker, yeah. It's the easiest, like that's the best way to start it, and then I go in with some of the dark blue powder. And then I put sometimes a little bit of brown to give it a bit more depth. Oh, this is the part that tickles. All right, it tickles so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, I can do this. I don't know if you've ever had to put stuff on your nostrils, but it tickles a lot.
Put a hole in
Oh,
hurt.
that sounds painful. Okay. And then we gotta go in. So now I don't have a nose. But the reason I like to powder is because the marker makes it shiny. I don't feel like a hole in my nose would be shiny.
Yeah.
So then I come in with the dark bluish kind of color and gotta remember not to breathe.
So inhale, eyeshadow.
I'm gonna be making sure I don't get. And then around the nose, I do need to redden it up a little bit. Because that would be more raw, feeling off. Okay. Almost got some on my mouth. No, it doesn't.
It
Does not taste good. It is not meant for consumption. It is not. Okay. Why did I close that? I thought I was done. I wasn't. I was just excited, thinking maybe I could be done. No. That's a lie. There, okay, so now we're gonna take and I'll have to go back in. There we go.
You don't have any like prosthetics on your nose. Like where you're painting, all your,
My nose, but
it's supposed to disappear.
it looks like it's just a whole. And you kind of want it to be irregular because the skin's peeling off, so. I learned that before. I used to make it uniform. It looked too pretty. Again, I'm like, are you a synth? Like,
Walton Goggin.
yeah.
Be perfect.
So
I think they use like a painted. Or just, I feel like I've seen it like that, so they remove it. Maybe I'm making that up. It's clearly like this looks great in photos, but like, movement is going to be too off.
So now we're coming in with a light powder. We're going to start doing some highlights. Now that seems weird, but if you have low lights, you have shadows, you're going to have highlights too. And I tend to do something that's a little bit shiny and sparkly, and then I'll powder it. Just because it helps create that kind of slick, like this is skin coming off look. And if you've ever seen like skin that's healing, it gets that kind of shiny. Almost like a keratin.
So you're all doing this from the same palette, right?
Yes. And still in the same palette. And every time I do my ghoul, it does look different. It is very difficult to make it look the same. I try to reference pictures and stuff like that, but obviously it can be tricky. So that's why I say be patient with yourself. If you do want it to look the same every time, that's where you might want to do a mask instead of the silicone pieces, but it's all up to you. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. The last thing I like to do, I'm gonna have to just clean this. Is I try to come in here and create a little bit more depth. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit, again, it's weird, but we're gonna go into a little bit of pink. Okay, I'm gonna do some beauty makeup. It's on my cheeks. It looks weird, but it actually ends up giving that depth that you're looking for. And then I'm gonna come in with a darker contour. All right, now here's the fun part. How are we doing on time?
Yeah. 57.
Cool. Okay. This is, oh, what is your whole name? I can't remember. RCMA. It's the it's a makeup school, and they have no color translucent. It is one of my favorite powders because it really gets into all the places you want it to.
And you can find these at like Aeron has like setting powders. I have trouble finding like translucent ones though. You said this is our
RCMA.
like theater providers will have more like transparent. Beauty makeup ones tend to have a tint almost all the time.
I don't do makeup. I literally went to Sephora and went, I don't know what I need. I need makeup like this. I need to about me. I know it's gonna be expensive. I'm at Sephora. But you guys are saving me time by just figuring out for me. And then I was like, I know I need that setting spray. And the first person I looked at was like, it's okay though, I found it. The second person.
Yeah, we ignored. Setting spray. Oh.
I pulled it up and I went, this. But to be fair, I don't know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. Powder for the base and then the over.
yeah, spray, yeah. Like for, like when we do like big events or I'm in costume all day, I'll use both the powder and spray.
Like,
This is my setting spray. Yeah. I have a little wipey. I'm sorry, I got powder on the table. I will clean it up.
is it the same company for the setting spray?
It is Sunset Makeup, and it's a cosplay company. They actually make cosplay makeup. They make cosplay foundations. And for $10, you get this foundation that's so hyperpigmented. You put it on, it doesn't really transfer very much, and it's amazing. I love it.
So this is the RCMA, no powder.
Is that my phone? That's my phone. You might want to turn it off.
Oh
I
dear.
need to take my medicine, but I can do that later.
Take your medicine. Okay. And then the setting spray, I mean, there's no hard and fast rule on setting sprays. But this is Sunset Makeup. I think it's Sunset or Makeup on Instagram.
I think so, yeah.
And it's a cosplayer that makes these like color foundation. I bought a couple. I haven't used them yet.
They're
Like,
amazing.
yeah, I just use them. She did a lot of demos of her. I think you do. Yeah.
You start investing in makeup. I know you have to get better at it. I just hate having to get better at it. Yeah, I just want to be good at it.
That is completely.
I have so many things I need to get better at. I just want something to come naturally for life.
Like, please. Okay. Now that the eyes look extra bad, get to come back in here with this so that it looks kind of bruised. A little bruised, it's okay. And again, rule of thumb here, the grosser the better. Just a little bit of foundation. Oh, just a little bit of foundation. I'm going in with like an orange tone, like a warm tone underneath. Okay. I did it. I'm a ghoul.
That's so.
So,
Cool. Awesome.
this is on my phone. Oh, I forgot my lipstick.
You still wear lipstick in the waistline?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
It's very important. That's what your tactic on.
Protect from the sun.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I've already had enough of a problem with it.
Got to save what you have left, right?
Save it for myself. But so we have time. I can show you how I remove it. It's up to you guys. I think we have time. Do I have time to remove it?
Yes,
You got 30 minutes to remove it? Yeah, but I'm assuming people would like to know how to remove it.
Means that would be good.
That would be an important step.
Or have you walked
Oh, I've walked around a lot. I mean, I could.
I've done that.
I have.
Nice hat.
Yeah. It's very amusing to go in the ghoul makeup and get dinner because it's one of two things. They're either really scared or they don't even know how to feel it. They just don't know how to feel. It's great. So, okay. I know we spent all this time putting this on, but we should know how to remove it. First, these are going to take, unless they start sticking together like they are. Okay. They're friends. we just. And sometimes when you peel it off, it ends up almost looking worse. One time I put my foundation on before and then put it on and peel. That wasn't a good idea. Like, I mean, it was great for like looking disgusting, but I was like, I wanted to look better before I left, and that didn't work. You know? So
So all you gotta do is just do it. What was it? Real.
it's gonna be these eyebrow pieces that need the remover. So I'll show you guys how to use the remover or the oil. Like I don't have oil on me, I have my remover, but you can use oil too, and it's the same method. I'll show you. Oh,
And the oil, the,
That
yep.
Like watching you struggle.
I'm trying to be gentle. I'm trying to like, can I save my skin bits and use them later? Yes. You just have to like, I have some of these in a drawer and it's like, if I want a quick like creepy look for an event,
That's
I'm gonna see if maybe I can get all of this off in one piece. Kind of cool. That means I have to do the special remover beforehand. So I'll read you. You go here. All right, so I need to get this. This is the ThermoAZ remover. Just spray it. This. And then I'm gonna come into this area here. Okay, cool. Lifted it for me. I'm gonna start going like this.
oh yeah.
and what's just oil.
Yes. You might have to like press a little bit harder, but it does work pretty fast.
And then use the remover for it's a
This is because of the
oh the
adhesive.
glue that
Okay. This is the adhesive we're removing.
So the prostate is typically used for like have like people they wear it. That's why it stays on very, very well and opens up. Or you can rip off your skin. Do that.
Have to dry your skin.
Be a real ghoul. Yeah.
Like literally have to dry your skin back.
Yeah. Stay away from spirit gum. Everyone's always so allergic to it. It's not a good thing. Prostate you can find online. Definitely an investment in something. Very weird. Definitely an investment if you want to. I even used to put like stuff on. House ears. Things like that.
If she doesn't have an allergic reaction, that's awesome. It isn't expensive, but
So, like, it's just it's so liquidy. How is it supposed to like stay and it's mess? Oh,
it's not as good as like, because like essentially ThermoAZ is like a 2-part contact cement, but for your face. It feels so weird.
Moana. Once did this my friend's kid's birthday party. Played with me. It's like Moana. Oh my god.
You're like, oh crap.
That's not gonna work. She was just like, "You're Moana."
She's like, you're not my aunt. You're gonna be one.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is
And
it's near the eye where it tickles the most, so it's like, oh. I did it. I did it. I got the whole nose and eye. Like, so now I don't have to sculpt a nose again. Yay! Here you go, cameras. And then when I get home, what I'll do is I'll clean the makeup off more, and I'll also clean the adhesive off of it. But for now, what I can do, because the adhesive does not stick to this for some reason. Oh no! Oh no!
You want to just throw this part out?
Yeah, but can I keep the pins? I think
Yeah.
they're cool.
Let's take all this off. I'm gonna need that space. Ooh, that's weird.
I'm sorry. I know it feels very strange.
That looks cool though.
Now you have like the weirdest back.
I do. You know what? That's what goals were just Batman.
You could like frame that. Look at it.
Goals are just Batman.
You could make this like the glassy eye
Yeah.
when you're done. Put it through the gold and you just like,
Yeah, you're like tiring. Mhm.
This is. I'm so excited. I don't have to sculpt a nose again.
Yeah.
I feel like it's here. Okay, I think I pulled. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is pick this here. You here, saving me from myself. Okay. All right. And
But a lot of those small pieces you would just throw away, right?
I usually keep them, but I have a bunch at home already right now. Because I've been playing around with them so much. So
And how long do those?
you've got about a couple years out of them if you take good care of them. Silicone has on average a shelf life of 5 to 10 years. You can make it last longer or shorter depending on how often you use it or the temperatures you keep it stored at. So if you keep it stored like between 78 and 85 degrees safely.
Which is hard to. Yeah. So what you spraying?
This is the ThermoAZ remover. It has a very strong smell.
So it also comes in a spray bottle.
It has to. Sorry. This smells not actually. I've had a lot of people tell me I'm just a wimp with the smell for this one. I think it's just a smell I don't like personally. So the people are like, it doesn't smell bad. I'm like, I think it's awful. But again, everyone has a certain smell that bothers them, and for some reason, something about this one bothers me.
when you go to clean up bits and bobs, is it just like soap and water, makeup remover?
I use a cleansing oil, and then I also use micellar water if I need to, if like the cleansing oil doesn't work. So yeah, this is gonna be get to walk around like this. But it doesn't. It's just a nice like I have like a face cloth that I put the oil on, or I'll put the oil directly on my skin and just start massaging it into my skin. And it works really well. You just want to make sure you have the adhesive completely off. Otherwise, it gets really goopy on your skin when you start removing your makeup, and it becomes like it's gross. It's like really messed up jello that never fully set.
Oh.
Yeah. So I tend to like to try and remove the adhesive or as much of the adhesive as I can. And like I said, my face is going to be very red because it's been covered. And you can imagine I wear this for like the longest I've been a ghoul, I think was 12 hours. So yeah, I had the makeup on and done by 9 a.m. and I did not get all the makeup off until about 9 p.m. I took the contacts out. I brought the contacts. I didn't actually put them on to show you guys what they look like because I'm like, they are blackout contacts. They're mini scleras. They are prescription because I am blind. That is how big they are. And the size of a normal contact. Yeah, like, you're like, okay, let's see how big these are.
Yeah, I don't do contact, I try it. I don't
How big
really
they are.
but-
I have to open my eye and I just have to pull this down, slide it underneath that eyelid, and then pull this up so that it fits properly because it's so big.
Oh my God. No.
How many colored fabrics?
Right now, I only have 4. I have a silver, I have a pink, I have black, and I have like this brownish one that I still don't know. I think it was a gift. I'm like, yeah, they sent it in the box of the 3 that I did order, and I'm like,
Okay.
oh, thank you. But my eyes, it's oddly enough, the characters I tend to choose already tend to have my eye color. So I have the kind of eye color, like depending on the certain color of clothing I'm wearing, they either look blue or green. So they kind of hover between. Technically, according to my eye doctor, my eye color is turquoise. So, not turquoise, sorry, teal, not turquoise, teal. But I was like, okay. But that is also why my eyes get sunburns. So
And it's arrogant.
it's so funny. I forgot. So like we were doing photos at my sister's wedding, and all of the photos, you look at my eyes, they're completely white, like the whole thing, and there's just a little black dot in the middle. I'm like, that's creepy. I look possessed at my sister's wedding. Great. So okay. Actually, I probably could just use the wet ones to get majority of this off. Want to make sure that I will clean up all of this before I go because I have made a tiny little mess of just silicone flakes. I left my skin behind. But I will need to go in and do a proper cleansing. Like, don't ever. I've seen people do where they just do the wipes. The wipes are never enough because the wipes don't get deep enough in your skin. Oh, the rigid collodion's still there. Ow. Like that. Does that mean the other side? Yeah, the other side's still there. Ah. It stings. Okay, if you were close up, you'd hear like this. It's like, yeah, tape coming off. Okay. No, you're really in there, aren't you? Oh no. Am I gonna have to go soak you in oil at home? Is what I'm gonna do? Or are you gonna come off? Thinking about it? Come on. Come on. I put primer on. Just come right off. Why are you not coming off? See, you get to see the real struggle. There we go. Oh, great. But yeah, these wipes are great for getting excess silicone that I didn't realize was still in my skin off. But they're great for getting like the generic top level of your makeup off. They are not meant to get lower or deeper into your skin. So people who have issues with breaking out, and a lot of the time it's not actually due to the makeup they were wearing. Like it's not the makeup itself. It's the how did you get in my pants? It's the makeup still on the skin that you can't see because again, your pores are pretty deep, right? And so if you've been wearing this all day long and it's sunken into your skin through sweat, heat, then of course, naturally, your skin's going to absorb it further and deeper. And so if you don't do a cleansing oil or a wash or a foaming wash or something that helps lift it out of the skin, you're essentially setting it up to where you just have stuff on your skin that is not good for it for extended periods of time. So I only wear makeup for conventions. I don't wear makeup every day. That's the only reason why my skin stays pretty happy overall. I also have sensitivity to a lot of perfumes, so I'm very particular about the type of makeup I wear. Like right now, this one has a scent on it, and I'm sure my skin's gonna be angry, but I'm gonna do that special little mask when I get home, so it'll be okay. You just kind of have to figure out what your skin needs the most. And a lot of people, it's just the cleanser after the wipes, because the wipes really aren't enough. They are only meant to get like surface level. Unless they're exfoliating wipes, then maybe you'll be okay. I have seen some of those before. Just this is gross. I'm sorry. I'm just shedding, just losing bits and pieces of myself here. I mean, that's true. You wanted to see the whole show of shedding and how like it is not pretty. It's fun putting it on and then you get gross, and then taking it off is almost as much of a horror show as putting it on. So
Now there's 10 minutes.
okay. But I'm gonna start. Do you have any other questions?
Better.
For better to do mask for, I'm sorry, my brain.
Like you were
Oh.
saying,
Full face. Yeah, if you're doing a full face and you want it to be the same every single time, yes, you want to do a full mask. Just because, unless you're using like a template, like if you have a template that you can put on your face and you just sculpt the
Yeah.
silicone over and then peel it off and then just smooth it out, that would work too. But that's a lot of planning, and you're essentially creating a mask anyways by creating that template. The mask works better for consistency. The silicone putty works really well for building up material quick and consistently and in an organic shape, right? It would work for superhero masks, it really would, because they tend to follow the eye shape, so you should be able to just create one pretty fast. But it would look different every time. So if you want to always have that same exact shape, maybe you can peel it off and get it to work. And usually, like you saw, you peel the whole face out. As long as you're careful and gentle, it comes right off. But sculpting is the best way. I have sculpted a silicone mask before. I have it on Instructables. And I mean, when I say silicone mask, it covered my entire head, went down to here, and then I had sculpting here, and I had my whole neck too. So I learned how to rotocast and do all kinds of things, and I documented all that to show others how they can do the same thing. To make just that mask cost me $165 because I had to learn how to make a mold. And once I mastered an outer mold, I had to learn how to use Eurofill so that the mold could be thicker because I was casting in silicone, which means I have to cast in a hard mold, not a soft mold. Then I had to learn how to sculpt with wax-based clay. Then I had to learn how to create the mother mold. Then I had to learn how to rotocast because once I've got the mother mold, I have to seal it together, pour in silicone, and rotate it, kind of like twist it around, rotate it so it captures all of the grooves inside of my sculpt. And once it's cast, I had to take it off and paint it. There's just a lot of things involved. There were learning moments, and the learning moments are probably what cost me the most because I messed up. There were moments where I'm like, oh, here we begin anew. That's an expensive beginning. So it is good because once you have it, it's for life. The problem is I should not have done that when I did because I was in the middle of a weight loss journey. So you can imagine that fitting might be a problem now. It's actually too big for me now. So I am going to have to remake it. But there's this magical stuff called foam clay. And you can sculpt foam clay onto a head cast, and once it cures, you can glue foam to your skin. Disinfecting it and cleaning afterwards is a little tricky, but to avoid that, there's no reason why you can't encapsulate foam in silicone rubber. You could just paint on that encapsulation and then seal it to your face, and then when you peel it off, you're peeling off the encapsulation and not the foam. So that is what I'm testing right now, and if it works, I'm going to post it online and be like, here's a trick, it's cheap. So I'm surprised I haven't seen anybody do it yet. I'm wondering if there's some kind of reaction there that I haven't learned about yet. We'll find out. I've got masks and gloves and party spirit. Okay, the rest of my eye stuff I think I'm gonna take off at home because I'm worried about getting this too close to my socket. Or rather my tear ducts. Did you have other questions? I'm sorry.
No. Sure, yeah, so we need the bit. Cleansing alcohol.
You could do that, or you could just do cleansing oil. But to like the part that's touched my skin, I would just do I'd spray it with 99% IPA after I have more remover at home. After I've removed enough of the adhesive to I know it's not going to be a problem. Yeah. But yeah, I would just use 99% IPA to make sure it's fully disinfected. And so this first to remove the adhesive on the back, then just normal cleansing oil that you use on your face to just clean off. Unless you want it to stay looking like that, that's up to you. And then from there, the 99% IPA sprayed on the back and the front so that there's nothing, because I mean, alcohol destroys germs. So if something lives at that point, you know what, it's proved it wants to fight. So I guess we're gonna let it fight. Okay, that's about as much as I can tolerate. I can already feel the scent is tickling my skin. So but yeah, that took about 30 minutes. That's actually pretty fast. Typically my makeup removals, so like this was a very, like, it looked like a lot of work, but this was probably one of the more simple ghouls I've done. I've done other ghouls where I've built layers of makeup, then I put the silicone on, then I ripped the silicone off, and then I rebuilt it and then glued it so it usually takes about 2.5 hours to do the look that I wear to conventions, which is why I'm the one that gets up at 6 a.m. So yeah, I'm usually spending a lot of time working on myself for events, but it's worth it because then you can wear it all day long, and you just make sure that if you're gonna wear it all day long at a convention, you have at least that 30 minutes at the end of the day to free yourself, because you don't want to go to sleep in that. And I've seen people try. It is yeah, that's what they said in the morning. It's like, oh. Now you can, depending on like the makeup you use, for instance, if you use alcohol makeup that's suspended in silicone, you could spray paint your body, wear that all day long, go to bed, take a shower, and just do a couple touch-ups. Because it only removes the oil over its remover. So you might have some wear and tear from like contact, but it typically doesn't transfer. I have friends that'll just wear a sweater to bed to make sure it doesn't transfer on a hotel or on their own bed, or they'll have like a special blanket they sleep on just in case. But typically sweat doesn't activate it. So you can sleep all night. I had a friend that was painted blue for 3 days. She was showering every day, but she really only had to touch up like her armpits, the areas where her clothing was rubbing consistently. Mhm. Yeah, well, you know. But that's it. That's it. That was those 2 hours of that's it. Like, so, thank you, yeah. And you guys will see you later. You know where we are. I think I mostly got cleaned up. I don't think I didn't. I will put everything away and see if I left anything behind.
Are you saying bye to the stream then? They just see your, okay, yep, there you go.
Bye.